you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As we look into the new year, I wanted to talk a little bit about goal setting. I'd like to know who in the room has ever set a New Year's resolution. Oh, raise those hands high. You know you have. You know you have. Now, I'd like you to raise those hands even higher if you have kept more than 2 of your New Year's resolutions. All right. Warren's got it. I'd like to get those numbers up a little bit, so let's work on that. One of the things I wanted to investigate was what are some ways to write goals, what are some ways to set goals, and what's best for you. It's going to vary. Merriam-Webster defines a goal as the end toward which effort is directed. So it's not just something you want to accomplish. It's that effort behind it. You don't want to just set the goal. You're not going to just reach it just by setting it. You're going to want to make sure you make a plan, you get to work, and you stick to it, all while you are working towards reaching that goal. So as we discuss these goal settings, I don't want you to forget this step. But I'm not going into this step today. I just really want to make sure that you don't forget that action has to be taken in order to accomplish that. So let's learn about 3 different types of goals. When you are writing these, each one alone is going to be inspirational. But if you put them all together, that's going to be powerful. The first goal I'd like to discuss is the SMART goal. Has anybody heard of this before? It's pretty common. I wanted to just make sure we touched on it because it is a very good foundation on making a vivid picture of what you really want to create. Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson utilizes this in our Living a Longer, Healthier Life page, on page 29. So I wanted to just talk a minute about this. You want to make sure it's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-oriented. If you miss one of those, it's just not going to get you where you want to be. So I thought I have some examples for you. And I love this because you can make them in future tense, or they can be present tense, past tense, probably not a good idea because it would have already happened. But these are some examples. So it is March 2019, and I'm running an 8-minute mile. Now, for some people, they might already be doing that. I'm not. That's one of mine. And I will be wearing a bikini at the beach in June, and I will feel confident, toned, and sexy. I like to have you feel what you would like to have because it becomes deeper. Or this one, it is December 2019, and I've been promoted to Director of Human Resources because I finished my master's degree and became fully certified in PeopleSoft. Another goal I'd like to look at is a BHAG. Big, hairy, audacious goal. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Okay. This is one that a lot of corporations use because it is ambitious, but it's also long-term. It's something that is, it's pretty much a SMART goal, but it is 10 to 30 years time-oriented. Personally, I don't work for a corporation. I don't run a huge business. I like to set my BHAGs in the 3 to 5 year time frame. It's a little more easy for me to accomplish that. These are some examples, some corporations that have set BHAGs out there, just to give you an idea of some things they want to accomplish. My favorite one, crush competition.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they've done that yet. I don't really follow that stuff, but we'll see. So 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of hearing Anders Hansen present. He is an illusionist, but also a public speaker. And he discussed a couple different ways that people typically write goals. Not always, but it kind of is able to fall into one of these 3 categories. He really talks about life is an illusion. Whatever is in here is what's creating what you see. Okay? And he did some really cool tricks, which was great. I want you to close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to reminisce about a goal that you did accomplish in 2018. Okay, everybody got that goal? All right, open your eyes back up. And I want you to determine what type of goal you set. Was it an A-level goal? Those goals are safe. You already know what you need to do. You just aren't doing it. I will eat better and exercise more. Or a B-level goal, it requires a plan. You need to have a strategy. It's what you think you can do, but no personal growth is really required. I'll lose 20 pounds before summer by eating better and exercising more. Or did you create a C-level goal, which is what you really want? It requires imagination. It requires knowing that you don't know how to do it. It might be me going off and flying an airplane. Maybe that's my C-level, big, hairy, audacious goal. But I know what to do to go do it. And I'm willing to learn how to do it and learn those skills. So for example, I will reach my healthy, happy weight in 2019 with blood work in normal levels and continue to improve my physical and mental health for the next 5 years. It's essentially a SMART goal. It's a big, hairy, audacious SMART goal, but it's also a C-level goal. When you combine them all, you get big things. And I'm very fortunate that that was my BHAG in 2012, and I'm now 7 years maintaining that healthy weight. There are so many more types of goal setting and writing options, but after researching, I've really found that these are the easiest to follow. And because they incorporate inside each other, you have a lot of flexibility in what you're doing. Whichever form of goal setting you choose, I just encourage you, dream big, set that goal, and beyond anything else, take action. I wish you all a successful